Notice the sky looked really cool over here. It's about to rain. I wanted to get this real quick. It's actually raining a little bit. You can see a rainbow right here. It's a really cool rainbow right there. And then you can see right here where it's starting to accumulate all the way up around here. So we're in Carrollton right now, September 30th. You can see it kind of gathering right there. We're still packing.
I love these little effects.
So I just found out some information. It is part of the boomer generation. Now let's look at the science of child support. I'm not talking about the law. I'm talking about the science. Everything that comes from law comes from human motivation. Okay? So if we create a law, it's because it's motivated to help humanity. Okay? It was created in 1974 by the President Gerald Ford. CSE. They used the word enforcement in it at the time. Okay, so this is going to cause divorce in families, but it's coming out of the boomer generation, because the boomer generation, it's all the me generation. They were to have as many babies as they could, right? The buster generation is basically, in a way, kind of under attack by the boomer generation. The buster generation means they're busting that multiplication of children, the boom. They're busting the boom. They were basically told by the boomer generation, we need to slow down. Okay, I understand this. Not every family has 3 children. I have 3 children, okay? So when I had the 3 children, I didn't care about the 1974 Gerald Ford law, okay? I didn't care about what went on then, because that was a reaction to my father's generation. Also, another thing about child support was it was supposed to be a supplemental thing with alimony. My father paid alimony, but he did not pay child support. My father never paid child support. There's a reason for that. He was basically kind of almost a millionaire. And he gained custody. He had custody out of 9 months of us, and my actual mother had us for 3 months out of the year. So my father had us for 9 months, and my mother had us for 3 months, and he never paid child support, not even in that 3 months time but she was able to find, a reasonable guy and start over or whatever. But he never paid child support because of what he was coming from in his generation. Probably no one from his generation ever really paid child support. He was back from the 40s. He was born in the late 40s. None of those people paid child support. Child support began in the 70s and is an issue now. And I think there was some kind of international thing done in the 90s with child support being recognized internationally, which it's not. Not all countries go through this. It's ridiculous. If the family separates, or the family becomes divorced, or the man and woman become divorced, that's it, right? If she files for a legal divorce, then she has to surrender that income from that person. If the government goes after these people, I can promise you this, that it's not going to work, especially if the person's becoming poverty-stricken. But if the government comes after those people, it's just not gonna function. I would probably have more of a chance to get back with my the second wife if child support laws were abolished, right? If we said, oh, Gerald Ford did not know what he was talking about, and we abolished those laws, I'd have a better chance of getting back with my second wife. Because she would no longer be able to find that piece of going up to the bank and cashing that check in my name. Now, if she cashed it in the government's name, which is the way how it is anyway, I don't think she would find any joy in that. That's all I'm trying to say. And I think that ultimately, I think that she's, she would no longer have any kind of power over me, or she would have no control over me, because it becomes a control issue. It's a very complex thing. This has to do with family law. And the woman is trying to control the man by cashing a check in his name. If she no longer has any kind of connection with him, not even financially, then I think that she would probably either want to get back with that person to control them in a different way. Women, this is needs to be studied. That's what I mean by the science of it, the psychology of it. The woman will want to control the man by cashing this check in his name to have some last form of control over him, because he's a supposed father, or he's the father, right? She wants to have some type of connection with him, or why else would she do it? They don't all have to, though. Not all women have to seek child support, but it's becoming a way of existence, and it needs to stop. It doesn't. It all it's doing is it's creating more debt for our country. It's creating more pressure. It's creating more misery for everybody around, especially if there's hardship involved. Ready? Fire. We begin to fight. Not one, not two, but three. That's why I say Gerald Ford as CSE enforcement, child support enforcement. I've got 3 of them. You interfere with that, well, Gerald Ford's already dead anyway. Any government official interferes with that, we know what the government wants. You want to enslave the poor and just build up the rich even more. And it's sad that it's even going on even more so with Biden. By the way, I have 3 children, and they're beautiful. They're far more beautiful than what your money can buy. Remember, when Jesus Christ was here, he held the children up in front of the rich to show them what God really, really approved of. He showed God and the people what was on God's heart. It was life, not money. All I can say is, if you continue this and you continue hurting the poverty-stricken and hurting the poor, this country will get far, far worse. But if you take heed and listen to my warning, there's a chance that we can possibly reassemble. There's a chance that we can possibly find peace. That's what I mean by allow the poor to be poor and allow the rich to be rich. But don't attack the poor for being poor. For if you attack the rich for being rich, that they're going to come after you with very expensive lawyers that have the mindset that you have. Right? So allow the poor to be poor, for they'll inherit the earth. And allow the rich to be rich. So since I talked about child support, and I disagree with CSE and what Gerald Ford dreamed of, whatever he was trying to do with the family law, it's stating that both parents are responsible for the children, but the woman takes away the parental stance of the husband by abandoning and by taking the children. And see, Angel has so much power that it's down to supervised visits. So there's really no parental stance that I have whatsoever. I can only see my children under supervision. There's not much parental joy in that, or even meaning. So she's taken away the parental meaning in my life by putting me in that situation. And not only that, if she doesn't get enough control of that, or if she doesn't get enough control off that, she's also come after my income as a person trying just to survive. Remember, I haven't seen my children in 2 years, and they want supervised visits. It's very cruel. It's gruesome, and it's killing, it's hurting, it's torturing poverty-stricken fathers. Now, it's not going to torture the millionaire father because he's not going to pay child support. A millionaire father would not pay child support. He'd have full custody of the kids, right? Because he has more money. What it's doing is it's judging a person's worth based on the money they make, and it's judging a parent based on the money they make, not on their spiritual aspect, not on their relationship with Christ. It's Gerald Ford, which if any president's probably going to go straight to hell, it was Gerald Ford. Because he's saying that the parent is worthy because of money, not because of the spiritual aspect. What about if the father took a vow of poverty for religious reasons, right? There are fathers out there that may do that, or there may be religious people out there that take a vow of poverty. We can take vows. It treads upon the religious aspects and the spiritual aspects of the father. Oh, are you saying that I have to now become a millionaire to be a parent? My father was a millionaire. Well, I don't want to get into that because I already had to make apologies. There was, and that's sometimes the case in parents. Same thing with step parents too. So that's what happens. I'm not saying every millionaire is that way, but in one way or another, and they usually do get custody of their children. It's the poverty-stricken fathers that usually deserve to be a father and love God that get the shaft. And that's what I'm trying to prevent. I'm trying to change the way we look at parental authority, or change the way that we look at parental rights. Okay, if we say parental rights, that it should not be based on finance, but it should be based, I think it should be based on either their spiritual aspect or their connection to who they are to their character, not to how much they have in their bank, not to the amount of money that they're worth. That's what child support has done to this country. It's tore this country apart. It's saying the poor father does not have the right to see their children or even be around their children because of poverty, right? When the children can even learn something from that. I remember my friend he was raised by a single mother, and the father was gone, and they were very poor, and I don't know if they're receiving child support or whatever. And the parental situation was not good. I saw him get in a fight with his mother and tackle her, and all this stuff went on because there was no fatherly aspect to his life, either because of child support or because of divorce. So I think I should have the right to see my children because, for one thing, I am the father, but not due to the fact of how much money I make. You know, one thing I probably should do is just find a way to make a whole lot of money. I know it sounds bad, but that it would just solve the situation. Give them what they want, you know, break this vow of poverty and give them what they want, you know. And it's sad that it has to be that way. It's sad that I have to fork over a lot of money to see my children. That's what I wanted to take away from this country. The connection between money and parental rights. But you know, if you can't beat them, you have to join them. So I'll have to find a way. I don't know. I'm at wit's end where I don't know exactly how I'm going to give them what they want. I wish I could. And I'll certainly try. It's part of the reasons why for this move. It's something that's weighing on me. It's decisions I'm trying to make. I don't know if I'm going into a trap, some kind of governmental trap. I would need counsel. So I have to figure out, what I'm going to do. But if you want to make a comment, please do. This is probably going to be something to do with child support. Moving day, I think 6 probably. This is probably moving day 6. I don't know if I said moving day 5 this morning, but moving day 6. It'll have something to do with child support discussion or something like that. What do you think, kitty? Gonna be fair to the poor? Be nice again? You can't have all the kibble and bits. Time to share a little bit. I think it's time to share. Well, I just got notice from my old apartments, the mansions, that they're having a Halloween door contest. Won't do me any good. I'm going to be out of there next few days. So the apartments are right next to what's known as First Baptist Church at the Field. Now when Linda lost her phone, she lost it in that field right there. But we were able to call the phone and find it. And she was kind of running around being jolly in that field, which is directly across from First Baptist Church at the Field, which is where the basketball court was that we were at when we were playing basketball. It was at that church. If you live there, you better be super quiet or they'll just kick you right out. So you got to be real quiet to be there. Better not make a single noise. And that's the church right over this way. I know the noise complaints were false complaints. I know someone's trying to jeopardize what I'm doing, and that's part of it, and I've got to deal with that. But I know that they're not. It's not a real thing. That we weren't really that noisy at all. We didn't have any amps, no electric amps or anything like that. There was no any kind of electrified noise or, like coming out of an amp. There was nothing that noisy. But according to the super quiet neighbors, though. Oh, hey, kitty. How you doing? So I just saw a truck. I'm assuming it was. I'm assuming it was a Chick-fil-A truck. And it said, "Honk if you love chicken." I'm not gonna honk. I'm not gonna honk. I like chicken. It's pretty good. But I don't love chicken like I would, love my beloved, or my better half. I'm not that into chicken, but I don't know. The sign says honk if you love chicken. I think it's something that you like, or you're fond of, or it tastes good, or it's decent. It's pretty good. It's not anything I actually pursue. I don't know. It's a Chick-fil-A truck. If you look on the other side of traffic, the car that's to the far left, there's a dog's head sticking out right there. That better pool cleaning truck right there for cleaning pools got in the way of the shot with the dog. So I thought I'd go ahead and advertise his business. a better pool. That right there is a security. It's not really security cameras. It's where all the security cameras in the city, or at least in different businesses, they all basically report to this building. I guess that's kind of the way to say it. It's on the corner of Marsh Lane and Arapahoe. It's a security. It's called Stealth. They basically are in charge. I've been in there for an interview. They're monitoring. So they monitor. That you can see it right there. They monitor all these different businesses through security cameras. But really, where it goes from, or where it goes to, is from the Philippines. So all the security personnel are actually monitoring in the Philippines, and then they report to that stealth place. And then what they do is they do a slight little editing of what they think is a crime, and then they turn that into authorities. A lot of times they get stuff that's not even really a crime, because what's a crime in the Philippines is not necessarily a crime here. Because some places, if you sit too close on the subway, they report that to the authorities. Here, that people don't do that. Well, now they might because of CDC, but no, I don't even think they would because of CDC. But it's a weird. I went in there for a job interview one time. It's called stealth monitoring. They monitor people like that security camera right there at 7-Eleven right there. They can see that. The only thing is that actually goes to the Philippines, and they watch for crime, and then they report it to the stealth monitoring. So it's actually being done by third party. Isn't that crazy? And it's probably the same with your Nest, and the same with your Ring that's on your doorbell. Hey, I'm working on a new song. It's called something like, what is it called? Not Did She Go? I'll have to look at the paper. I wrote it down. It starts like, not Is She Gonna Go? It's kind of rhythmic. It's not Will She Go? I don't know. I'll have to find it. I've been sweating like crazy. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Here, come here.
So you just got back
Now you
from...
have cards. Put the cards up. So I got your card.
Okay, sorry.
Put it in your pocket so it's hidden.
Okay, so you just got done dropping off a load?
Yeah, well, I went all the way to, I almost said, I can't say where I'm at. I went into the Fort Worth area, so I'm not vlogging the outside
I
of
was
it.
going to say, you didn't have to waste gas coming over here. If you're on your way back.
So how are you?
I'm good. I don't know.
I wanted to videotape some. I did one where we went to the Walmart to pick up the art supply thing. Anyway, Linda knows how to shop for dressing. She got some mango vinaigrette.
You don't remember what brand?
Well, we'll look at it when we get back. But we have so much dressing in the refrigerator right now. Actually, that's all I have. That and eggs. I have eggs and dressing. We're picking up some spinach. We might do like a salad.
Okay, we'll eat the egg.
They're $2.19, so a little, not too expensive, but these are actually good for the immune system right here. So these are good for immune system and for fighting, colds and things like that. This is very, very good. So we picked up a bell pepper, $1.39. And you're not going to spend $2.19 on mushrooms? Don't get a cucumber. They go bad too quick.
No, we'll eat them.
Get a small one.
Banana. Oh, these are 50.
Oh, I forgot they're bananas. Okay. A little discount plan, I guess. Cucumber, really a banana. Hint, hint.
No, I'll pay for the cucumber, but the red pepper. What would you like?
I don't know. I'm following you on this one. I'm up for anything, really. Got to watch out on the copyright, though. But that looks pretty good. What are you in the mood for, though?
No, we were so busy today. Shoot.
Fish? You like fish? Like Atlantic salmon? I don't know if it's too expensive, though. We came in the area that Linda likes, right here.
there's any meat discount.
Discounted chicken. I did chicken last night.
Usually it's a bunch of pork.
Nah, no pork.
I know.
Eddie's chicken's actually really good. $2.99 reduced? Two chicken breasts?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good deal for $2.99. Grab it.
It really needs to be $1.99. But it is 14 ounces.
We can have that.
Pre-seasoned.
Do you want it?
Yeah, it's all pork stuff. It's fine with me. It's already marinated. We just won't have leftovers. Which is fine.
Well, it's marinated. Well, we don't need a bunch of stuff right now.
Yeah, I know. Okay, that's fine.
Let me see the brand.
So that's for dinner.
It's Kroger brand chicken breast. $2.99 reduced. She finds them reduced all the time. I don't know how. So we found some 5-minute ravioli for $2.99 right here. You want to do this one right here? So it's cheese ravioli, or do you want to do beef? Beef for $2.99. So Kroger's actually got some great deals right here. That's for
Not
lunch.
the healthiest thing, but that's for lunch. Now, what do we need? Sauce.
Sauce? We have tons of sauce in the refrigerator.
Sauce for this.
Oh. Why don't we just use some of the dressing? I've done it before. You don't have to do tomato. We have tomato. We bought a tomato though, right? Let's do fresh tomatoes on top of it.
There's tomatoes for the salad.
We'll get another tomato and we'll just cut up a tomato have fresh tomato on top of it.
I guess whatever you want.
Or we can. Well, I have like a little bit of an onion. At least you want to do, I don't know. Do you want to get like a tomato sauce? We're deciding on the tomato sauce. I'm thinking maybe like a fresh tomato.
Sauce on yours, you can do it. Or you can do the lemon juice. I like my red sauce.
You're talking about lemon juice? I'm actually out. Yeah. No, I've got a few more drops left. Guess we're looking for tomato sauce. So I personally like Classico, but it's $2.79. This right here obviously is almost $5, so $4.49.
Yeah, we just have to get this one.
$2.49 right here with the vodka sauce. And we're going for the $1 Hunt, which it basically tastes the same.
Yeah, it doesn't have that much cornstarch. It's not the best, but
This is right here though. This is the best.
I'm kind of on a budget talking.
Well, I know that. We're on a budget. So we're going with the budget sauce right here.
I mean, I will pay 50 cents more if this doesn't have the corn syrup.
Does it have corn syrup? Should maybe go for the $1.49 for 50 cents more.
Yeah, this one doesn't have the corn syrup.
So you're gonna go with that one?
Yeah,
Go with the tomato basil. So we are gonna switch it over. Rather than just $1, we're gonna go with this one. It has no corn syrup.
Yeah.
So
That one had less than
corn
2%.
syrup free with no corn syrup. Want to stay away from that corn syrup.
All right, cool.
All right, if you can.
All right. So that's lunch, and this is dinner. Oh, you didn't get me this one.
Not too bad.
I think she would have.
Can that be any more awkward? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one above you. That's odd. Quite a bit. It's kind of spooky a little bit. Almost like a street lamp or something. An interior street lamp. Well, we just left Kroger and Linda and I decided to do one last. We might do a cooking show out of a skillet or something because I don't really have any pans and stuff because I've been moving so much stuff. But we're going to do like one last maybe cooking show and have dinner and things like that at the place. And I don't know, we might do another one before I leave. I have to be out in about 2, 3, I don't know, in a few days. So we're not too far from Love Field. and that's where JFK landed before the assassination and where he flew off. I don't know for sure if he flew off on Air Force One. I think he did. They got him out as quick as possible from Love Field. His body, of course, he didn't leave alive. But there was a fight over his body. And the fight was that Dallas wanted to keep him to investigate the murder. And DC wanted it to be investigated on a federal level. So they had to actually kind of fight over his dead body, and then they flew him off as quick as possible. It was a pretty intense moment in time. Probably a lot of laws were created about murder on a government official after that day. There were some laws and changing on who has the right to the body after, you know, a murder would happen if it's a government official. Well, I'll be leaving Castle Hills, and I hope all these Dallas millionaires that live there enjoy it. Because hopefully one day I'll end up in a mansion somewhere on my own. I don't have to worry about all this traffic. It'll take like 20 minutes to get to my door from when you enter on the property. You have to drive down a long road, like just like Foxcatcher kind of thing. Get away from all this insanity. Goodness gracious. Oh, man. Sorry. I saw you come. I saw you coming back from, I guess, Sprouts or wherever you went. What did you get at Sprouts? Oh, you picked something up? Oh my God. Is that bagels?
No, it's just a few. I thought you already had the
okay.
place.
No. I came by. I thought maybe, I didn't know where you went. And then I saw you coming back from Hebron from Sprouts.
I was a few minutes ahead of you, so I thought I'd stop somewhere real quick.
Oh, you brought bagels? You pretty much live on bagels. Oh, it looks like you've got some kind of juice right here. Cranberry juice. I'll carry it in. I want to get out of this apartment thing. You know, get like a house that's very far from a lot of people.
I know, sweetie.
Like I don't want to say like the lead singer of Sparkle Horse. I don't want to say that because that guy had a tragic ending. But, you know, just to get away from, like, people complaining, you know, freaking noise complaints. We're not that noisy, you know? I mean, how noisy can you be if we're just talking? We have an acoustic guitar. How noisy can that be? Bagels do sound good. What they need to do is turn it into condominiums where there's a certain amount of concrete in between each apartment. They're going to hear other people. And if they're going to hear other people, they're going to kick out other people over noise complaints. We are not that noisy. We only have, I don't even have that sound bar here. That sound bar, we never even played that sound bar. There was that guitar. They complained once on the guitar. They complained once on the fire alarm. Then they complained that they heard someone arguing or whatever. But
And screaming.
Screaming and arguing. Yeah, but they said the screaming was going on all day. I'm not even here during the day.
Yeah.
Rarely ever. And then the whole building gets penalized. But not just that, if what they need to do is reinforce the walls with concrete where you cannot hear people, and same with the floors. Because you put other people's lives in jeopardy if you don't do that. I think in New York, they do like a foot of concrete where you cannot hear the neighbor next door. Of course they're gonna file a complaint if they can hear, but this is about the level that I talk. I'm not gonna sit there and talk like this like a freaking nut. You know what I mean? So I'm actually vlogging this from the very start of it. And so before I was gonna pick up Linda, I thought, you know, I need it. Oops, I just leaned the guitar. I thought I gotta get some kind of lick. It's mostly like a lick that I go after on the guitar. Then I go for lyrics. Sometimes I do the opposite. I do lyrics and then I try to fit it into a lick, which is harder. It's easier for me to go with the lick or the riff first. So what I was working on is, I think it was, yep. That would be the intro. Do you think she'll show? I don't know. Should I go after her? So what I have right now, because this is in the middle of construction, I can see the glare. It's always like a technical thing. I need to get bifocals or something. But anyway, so I think it's this. The opening is. Oh crap! They're in the trunk. I'll get them in just a minute. Let me take a break for a minute. Anyway. The lyrics I have is, do you think she'll show? I don't know. Should I go after her to make sure so I'll know and have that glow? Do you think she'll show? Only God really knows. So time to go after her. And it's kind of just a... It's a little difficult. This is just kind of the, but I don't know. I don't really. I'm not that music literate, but I think maybe like an intro, and then into the lyrics. Do you think she'll show? I don't know. Should I go? Be a lull. I was thinking about maybe some picking. Anyway, that's just something I was working on today, so I just kind of came up. with it before I picked her up, and then I was gonna kind of rework it. So I wanted to kind of do something in the very beginning state of a song. If I develop it, I don't know. The lyrics seem simple. I think it's gonna be in 3 parts. So there's gonna be one set of lyrics, then and maybe like a chorus, something like "So Time to Go After Her" or something like that, and then another set of chorus, and then another set of lyrics and another set of chorus, which would be something like "So Time to Go After Her" or something. It's about pursuing your love, kind of thing. But anyway, I like that. And then into the lyrics. Anyway, I don't know. So Linda and I were actually playing guitar. We have no microphone. We just have this guitar only. And we were sitting here playing. I was picking, and we're playing during the daytime. It's probably around maybe not even dinner. There were people walking their poodle or their dog over there, and they went into the office and complained on us for playing the guitar on the balcony. And this is the time of the pandemic where they're playing music on people are quarantined and playing music on their balcony all over the world. That, my friend, is pretty evil. I'm gonna vlog this segment of it.
I'm sorry, dogs don't belong in apartments.
Yeah, dogs. Yeah, we could have complained on their dog pooping right in front of us. Hang on just a second. Give me a second. So I'm gonna vlog this one right here. So right now I think it's don't leave yes. What do you think? I think it's called I don't know what it's called yet. It's untitled for right now. Should I? Or no, wait. Should. Okay, so it starts
Should
with.
I stay or should
No,
I?
no, no. It doesn't start with that. It starts with. Will she show? I don't know. Should I go? That's all I have right now. So we're starting with. Will she show? I don't know. Should I go? After her? Hey, let's make up some stuff here. So you come in right here. Da, 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 da. And I just do like da da da. So the lyrics would come in right here. I guess be one line. I mean, we'll start with the introduction. Don't know. after her. One more time. Here's your turn. It's going to the pretty part. Going.
After she goes, well, I follow her.
After she goes, will I follow her? Will she show? I don't know. Should I go after her? Okay, your turn over here.
I don't know what you want me to say.
I don't know what you want me to say.
So hot outside.
So hot outside. If only we were in cooler climate, we could come up with something good to sing about. But it's hot, and we have to sing about the heat.
Itchy. Maybe play later. Play later. Play later.
Let me finish up the last part of the solo. Okay. So we're working on it. I don't have a title yet. I think it's something like Will She Show?
Okay, alright.
I think that's maybe the title. Will She Show?
Hot.
Anyway, yeah, it is hot. We're gonna
The sky looked really cool right here. It's about to rain. I wanted to get this real quick. It's actually raining a little bit. You can see a rainbow right here. It's a really cool rainbow right there. And then you can see right here where it's starting to accumulate all the way up around here. So we're in Carrollton right now, it's September 30th. You can see it kind of gathering right there.
We're still packing.
I love these little, like, are there little